This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST, brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network. My name is Tim Daniel. I am a lifelong Cincinnati Reds fan, and I have been podcasting about this team for 5 years at publications such as Late Night Reds and the Riverfront. And I want to thank you all for spending some time with me tonight as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds clinching a huge series win over the Philadelphia Phillies tonight with an 8-0 victory. If you're just checking me out for the first time, welcome. We are so glad to have you here. Please be sure to hit that notification button here on YouTube if you're a first timer, so you can become an everydayer with our crew here. You can not only get my show after each and every Reds game, but you can get Jeff Carr and Stephen Baker Monday through Friday as well on Locked On Reds. Today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. On tonight's show, we're talking about Hunter Greene announcing his return in the best way possible. He listened to some Jay-Z and said, "Allow me to reintroduce myself." Noelvi Marte and Miguel Andujar, keep it rolling. Yeet. And Elly De La Cruz creating some runs with some hustle. We're going to talk about that, all that, and a whole lot more. And of course, I'm going to hear from you, my everydayers. I love it. The vibes tonight are very high. This is going to be a fun show. Let's get right to it.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Christian Hunter Greene came out there today and said, "You guys forgot about me. Everyone was talking about my minor league rehab starts. I gave up 5 runs. I gave up some homers. I wasn't doing my thing. No. Hunter Greene said, I'm the guy who was on the Cy Young trace before I got injured. I'm the guy who is SP1 in the squad. I'm the guy who makes this train roll. And tonight, I did my thing." Man, it was just nice to see him back. Let alone dominate. Got Bryce Harper chasing not once, but twice. Said, no. You go sit down. Kyle Schwarber didn't want that smoke. Nick Castellanos didn't want that smoke. Said, you could have played behind me, my guy, but you decided to go sign with them. And now what you doing? Hunter Greene was incredible tonight. So, 6 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 3 hits, no walks. Buddy, did people forget? Did people forget how good this guy is? Do we forget what it's like when 21's on the hill? I know it had been about 60 days since he pitched a game in the majors, but 21, he did something for us tonight. He was the man, and he is cruising on, man. And now, we're looking at a situation here where everyone's talking about the conversation now moves to, what do they do at the pitching staff now that Hunter Greene's back? And it sounds like Nick Lodolo is going to be back pretty darn soon too. It sounds like he's not going to miss much more time. Man, good problems to have. There's a conversation about, well, maybe Chase Burns is going to come out of the bullpen. Okay. If that's what they got to do to make sure they don't have to shut him down to quits pitching, fine by me. Nick Martinez going to the bullpen. Okay. Hey, doesn't suck. Zach Littell's still here. I think he's going to bounce back really well. The vibes are high right now with this team, and having Hunter Greene come back and do that as well, Josh, it's just so awesome to see. You missed him, how well he threw the ball. And even if he did get in a situation where he kind of, I never feel like he was in trouble tonight. He gave up some hits, but he wasn't, other than Trey Turner the first at bat, which that should have been a sign right there. He beats out Trey Turner to the bag in a really close call. I thought Trey Turner was safe for what it's worth, but I'll take the call. Thanks a lot, first base ump. We appreciate you. So this was a night where Hunter Greene did his thing, and it's so awesome. I absolutely love it. And bullpen. backed him up tonight. Let's talk about it. Graham Ashcraft comes out there. Last couple times he's been out there since that Pittsburgh outing, he's been pretty good. So does an inning. Scott Barlow comes out. He just wasn't Scott Barlow tonight, and that's okay. He throws like 97,000 games a year. So he was like, he wasn't himself. Sam Ball comes in here and he kind of cleans it up, gets the strikeout. And then Emilio Pagan, whoa, with this Cody Rhodes music comes up and does his thing as well, gets an inning of 2 strikeouts, no hits, no walks. Redlegs pitching tonight surrendered 1 walk. They put 1 free guy on the base against the best team in the National League East, a team that many people think could potentially make the World Series, a team that has stacked offensively, and Reds pitching shut them down, of course, starting with our good friend, Hunter Greene. Welcome back. Oh, man. And we had a lot of more fun to get to from tonight because we had a grand slam and a Little League home run all in the same game. Is that ridiculous? Or what? It absolutely is. Let me find where did I put my ads? I recorded my ads ahead today. So let me get these uploaded real quick because I forgot to do that. So anyway, let's kill some awkward time because Tim didn't fully do his job. But yes, we will talk about the fact that we had that happen. And also, we can laugh about it as well. Because I am an idiot sometimes. But yes, absolutely huge day for the Redlegs. We take these days, absolutely awesome. And now we're Braves fans for a night. That feels kind of gross to say, doesn't it? We're Braves fans for the night. We are now watching the Marlins beat up on the Guardians. I don't know if that really means as much to the Reds as others, but huge day for the Redlegs. Ron's in the chat. What's up? Well, this is loading. Let's take some time to talk to the people. We've got Natty Ron talking about the series. We got Will. The Reds beat 2 tough lefties in Suarez and Sanchez. Reds usually struggle versus left-handed pitchers, but man, having Andy Hart in the lineup creates better production. Absolutely. All right, let's try this again. Take 2. Live radio. Got to love it. Not only do we have a grand slam tonight, we also had a Little League home run. Let's talk about that and more right after this. If you're running a business, you know that every missed call is money left on the table. Think about the last time you had a service emergency, like a burst pipe. If the first plumber didn't answer, did you wait? Nope. You call the next one. That's why having a reliable business line is so important, and that's why you need OpenPhone. OpenPhone is the #1 business phone system that helps you streamline and scale customer communication, all from an app on your phone or computer. Did you juggle 2 phones just to keep business and personal calls separate? OpenPhone solves that instantly. Your whole team can share one number and respond to customers like a shared inbox. No more, who's got this? Me, you, me, him, me. And the AI agent handles all after-hour calls, answers common questions, and captures leads like I never miss a customer again. OpenPhone is offering Locked On customers 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/lockedonmlb. That's openphone.com/lockedonmlb. And if you have an existing numbers with another service, OpenPhone will port them over at no extra charge. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. We've all been there, right? You log on early, you wait forever for concert tickets to go on sale, only to lose your spot for a show you've been dying to see. Live music should be about making memories, not dealing with the stress of ticket shopping, and that's where Game Time comes in. Game Time makes concert tickets and baseball tickets faster and easier than ever. Prices actually drop as it gets closer to showtime or first pitch, and you can save up to 60% off with their killer last-minute deals. I'm really looking forward to using Game Time this weekend when we have the Brew Crew come to town, a huge Reds Brewers series we absolutely need some wins on, and Game Time's going to help me get there. Tyler's endless scrolling to find the best deal. Game Time Zone Deal picks the best seats in your section for you. Ever wonder what your view will actually look like before you buy? The app shows you a panoramic seat view, so there are no surprises. Take the guesswork out of buying concert and show tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Want to shout out my everydayers here on the POSTCAST for spending some time with us tonight as we discuss a ginormous Cincinnati Reds victory tonight. We got Jeff Boggs, longtime listener, first time in the chat. What up, Jeff? Welcome. Please become an everydayer. Hit that YouTube thing. We're here every night after every game, good and bad. Also, you can go ahead and hit that notification button here on YouTube so you can not only get my show after each and every game, but you can get Jeff Carr and Stephen Offenbaker Monday through Friday on Locked on Reds as well. And if you're done listening to us, go check out MLB Today with Locked on MLB Daily with our guy Sully, as he does each and every game for you, so you don't have to. And let's get to the turning point of today's game.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Everydayers assemble. I love that, Carter. That's so awesome. Mark Brockman as well. Everydayer. Love to see it. The Will right here. He says it. Will Williams. The turning point of today's game was Noelvi Marte with a Little League home run. 1, it was amazing. 2, it was hilarious. And 3, it feels like when things are going bad for the Reds, that's something that happens to them. So I'm so glad they were on the positive side of this. That was pretty great to see. But 2 huge, absolutely huge plays for the Reds in this game. And I'm going to talk about a few different guys, but I'm specifically going to highlight these 2. Noelvi Marte, the Little League homer is funny, obviously, and we're going to laugh about it, but 2 additional hits tonight, 4 RBI, huge. So that was really cool to see. And just becoming an extra base hit machine for this team. I thought he was going to be good, and when they brought him back up from the IL, I didn't think he was going to be this good, and hasn't sucked in right field. Has had his moments where he's like learning the position, but I've been pleased with what we've gotten from him. So the fact that he's just out there hitting like this has been really nice as well. And then we talked about it yesterday. Let's talk about it again. Everybody ready? Shall we say it? Andujar! Grand salami. That was the second hit of the day. Also had a nice single as well. So those 2 guys bringing those in, a combined 6 RBI between the 2, a combined 4 hits, and a combined 2 runs scored each. So the Reds getting those moments from them, fantastic. Really, really cool to see that from them as well. Whoa, Jason's saying, had to type in the chat while I'm holding a 4-day-old baby. Congrats! That's so awesome. We love seeing it. Oh yeah, we got it. It's going. We got the Andujar chats going. Man, so I've been saying this the last couple of days, and this is me being dumb and not researching. So I've been saying this whole extend Andujar thing, and I'm still on extend Andujar. Did not realize that next year, he still technically could be a Red, because he is, I think this is like his last arbitration season. So, maybe he will be a Red next year. Hopefully. Seems like it'd be pretty promising. But man, was he awesome, and was he great as well. And let's talk about a few other guys too before we get to, I want to talk about Elly to end the show. Brian Hayes? Is Brian Hayes learning to hit? If he's learning to hit, Jeff Carr's in the chat. Jeff Carr's never in the chat. That's how excited he is about Brian Hayes getting some hits. Man, 2 hits tonight and a walk. He got on base 3 times tonight. Brian Hayes got on base 3 times tonight. Brought his OPS up like 12 points in one day because, it was pretty low. But I've been saying this for a bit now. I feel like when the Reds traded for Brian Hayes, they recognize how hard he hits the ball. We obviously know how great he is defensively. And they felt like if they can just get that ball to lift a little bit more lift in this one, then we might be talking about a whole different player. If he learns to hit next to Elly De La Cruz in that infield, Matt McClain gets going again, which Matt McClain swung the bat really well. I think we're going to be pretty positively excited about this team as well. So, man, really awesome days from them. Austin Hayes, walk and a huge hit today that brings in a run, brings Elly up from first. So, we've all I've done it, Jeff's done it, Steve's done it. We've kind of been talking about our disappointments, what we've gotten from Hayes of late. And today, hopefully this is a game that breaks him out of the funk, because that was a huge day for him. And obviously hitting's contagious. So Elly gets 2 hits, Miguel Andujar gets 2 hits, Noelvi Marte gets 2 hits, and sandwich right there in the middle is Austin Hayes getting on base twice tonight. Huge day for Austin Hayes and contributing to the Reds as well. And something we saw today we really haven't seen a whole lot of late was Elly De La Cruz. hustling out there, making things happen. And when Elly hustles, he seems to create runs. Let's talk about that after we get to our Locked On Player of the Game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I have Miguel Andujar has a case. Noelvi Marte has a case. But I feel like it's the night of Hunter Greene. This is the night of Hunter Greene. And I'm so happy that he's back. What they got from him tonight was fantastic. So we're going to give it to Hunter. But there are guys that certainly have cases to be in there as well. Elly De La Cruz tonight. We know the power hasn't been there. And we've talked about this a lot. And I get it. But what they are getting from him of late is hustling. He's like Rick Ross. Every day is hustling. Every day is hustling. 2 hits tonight. And here's the thing about him. 2 very important runs that helped for the Reds tonight as well. So first single he gets, Austin Hayes brings him in from first. That was humongous. And then he beats out the infield single that leads to Andujar having the bases loaded that leads to the grand slam. So even if Elly's not hitting homers right now, which I thought that ball last night was pretty close to being a homer the way it came off the bat, I felt like this is going to be the change is coming and the change is approaching. And what we saw from him today feels like he's getting back to himself. You know, he had a slow August. And defensively tonight, some really nice plays. Barry often talks about in the broadcast a little bit of the rhythm play where he had that little bit of rhythm throw where he flipped it to steer. Looked like Penny Hardaway out there dishing to the guy in the corner for a 3. That's what he looked like on that play. So Elly De La Cruz slowly finding his way back to being Elly De La Cruz. I think the homers are coming. And I saw the comments there. Branch Brown said it. We all are kind of thinking it. We feel like Matt McClain's about to break out again. He's had some really nice moments. He's been swinging the bat pretty decently, honestly, the last couple months. I feel like he's about to go on a tear. And maybe hitting 7th is going to be what's getting comfortable. Maybe there's just something wrong with the 2 spot. Because Spencer Steer didn't have any hits tonight. Oh, he had 2 yesterday. But something is going our way. And I can't wait to see it. And I feel like this is going to be a lot of fun. But thank you all as we go and wrap this one up. The Reds are victors tonight over the Philadelphia Phillies, the National League East leading Philadelphia Phillies 8-0. The Redlegs have 8 runs on 10 hits and no errors. The Philadelphia Phillies have 0 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors. Your winning pitcher tonight is Christian Hunter Greene. He is now 5-3 on the year. And your losing pitcher tonight is Christopher Sanchez of the Phillies, who is now 11-4. And by the way, a potential Cy Young candidate. The Redlegs are off tomorrow, which means Tim Daniel's off tomorrow, but please be sure on Thursday at 3:00, Jeff and Steve will be live. So even though you won't have me live, you'll still have Jeff and Steve with a live show tomorrow. Be sure to tune in for that. But Friday, the Redlegs are back at it against the Milwaukee Brewers, and it's a big series. As Nick Martinez starts the series for the Reds, he is 10-9 with a 4.49 ERA. According to the MLB app, the Brewers have not yet announced their pitcher. Let's get ahead of it. Friday is a Apple TV game again. Back-to-back weeks, the Reds are Apple TV Friday night. So if you're looking for it on FanDuel, you won't see it there, but you will see it on Apple TV. And I will be back Friday night after the game. Everyone, thank you so much. I'm Tim Daniel. Have an awesome night. Go Redlegs. Enjoy the couple days and celebrate. And just feel the vibes for this one. Feel the vibes. Take it easy, everyone.